Okay, and we're back. Let's kick off with Netflix's The Adam Project, starring Ryan Reynolds. Eddie, what'd you think of this one?
I loved the Adam Project. I had heard about it, like seen the trailer and stuff, and then it sort of like fell off my radar. And then everyone at home one night was like, "Oh, what's this?" And we put it on, and then we were all just glued and hooked the entire time. That was actually a film that I would have paid to go see in the cinema, personally.
Oh, for sure.
I loved the cast. It was it was just unreal watching Walker Scobell play a young Ryan Reynolds because he nailed him to a T. The fact that this is his first film as well is beyond impressive. And I love those videos that they post together where he's like reciting Deadpool because he's such and like has always been a fan. He sort of manifested this into real life, I think, which is awesome. And it was sweet seeing Mark Ruffalo in it as well. I love Jennifer Garner, and I thought the action was great, but the comedy was my favorite element. So, what about you?
um, yeah, like this movie was a lot of fun. I think what really makes this film work, and I don't think it's a perfect film by any means.
Mm.
But I think what really makes this film work is we've seen Ryan Reynolds do his thing a lot.
Yes.
But what's fun and what really works with his chemistry in this one is he's got a character who's also playing Ryan Reynolds himself. So the banter is kind of like Ryan Reynolds versus Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
and which is funny and it's fun to see. But what they've done, which makes it go a step further, is underneath all that, there's an extra layer of character work where he's looking back on himself and realizing I've been a dick, I've been a shitty person, and
Yeah.
there's like a lot of regret in that.
There was
So,
a lot of emotion and a lot of deep themes as well with his character.
which is surprising because I know going into this film, I know Netflix really pushed hard with the promotion on this one, but I was just like, Ryan Reynolds with a little kid, it's going to be this crappy family friendly children's
Yeah.
show, and it really wasn't. It was a really fun adventure globe-trotting adventure. I thought Mark Ruffalo was particularly good,
Mhm.
honestly. Maybe one of my favorite Mark Ruffalo performances, to be honest.
Ooh, okay.
But to be fair, I haven't seen him in a lot, but
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
thought I thought he was great. Are you familiar with the director for this film, 80?
Yeah, Sean Levy. He's amazing. I think the first of when I was younger, like Night at the Museum, I was obsessed with those, and they were probably the first films where I looked him up specifically because I wanted to know who was responsible for being so amazing. He could direct musicals. He's just got that. I don't know, like he's amazing with pacing and dialogue, and his
Oh,
choreography is really good too. I think that he must be the funnest guy because everything from Just Married to Pink Panther, which I've seen like 40 times, and up until now, like even with Arrival, everything he does is just so cohesive and I don't know. I love him. I think he's
he
amazing.
if you see him in interviews, he's clearly a very fun guy.
Yeah.
But look, I'm just gonna list off just some of the movies he's made, not
Hmm.
all of them, but just some of them that um, point out to me. Sean Levy's done Cheaper by the Dozen,
Hmm.
Pink Panther, all three Night at the Museums, one, two, and three. He did Date Night, Real Steel, which is an underrated gem if you ask me. The Internship, which I know a lot of people love.
Hmm.
He did Free Guy and Adam Project, both with Ryan Reynolds, and he's just been announced to do Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, that's correct.
And he's also directed a lot of episodes of Stranger Things. So
Yeah.
this guy is like the go-to director for really well-written family comedy, family adventure type films. He's great, obviously, with working with kids and special effects, and still, like those type of movies, like they're sort of made for kids, but adults can enjoy them too.
Yeah.
He's like the king of that,
He is.
and he's really like shown it again in the Adam Project. And after doing this and Free Guy back to back, I'm really excited for Deadpool 3. And
Same.
especially since what really took me by surprise with this film is that there are a handful of like fight scenes and the choreography and camera movement is amazingly well done. Like this guy could do a John Wick film and nail it.
Oh
Like
my god,
I
absolutely.
when that first fight scene happens, where Ryan has help from Zoe Saldana, it was like more than 45 minutes in the film, so it came out of nowhere for me. But holy shit, like the way the camera was moving and the choreography, and I couldn't tell if it was Ryan or a stunt double or CGI thing because the movement was just so good. It was amazing. And then it comes together in the big Star Warsy type fight at the end. It blew me away.
Do you want to know something
What a great
random?
director. Yeah.
He was originally supposed to direct Uncharted.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, that movie would have been so much better if he directed it.
I know. I know. I
He
just
would have
think,
been a
oh,
perfect director for Uncharted. His style, like the type of films he does and his style would have suited
right?
that type of film
He would have
so well.
He would have nailed it. And he was also originally
Oh.
supposed to, they were doing like a Minecraft movie and he was attached to that as well. Anything, yeah, like that appeals to adults and kids, adventure, heart, comedy, the whole shebang. He's just perfect. Also, I
I
just have
would.
to mention any photo you see of him, his smile is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He just looks so
Oh,
happy. I
that's
really
nice.
want to meet him. Like, I think he'd be amazing.
He'd be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if that Minecraft movie turned into Free Guy because I feel like there's a little bit of
Yeah.
Minecraft influence in there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well,
Um,
he nailed Adam Project. I really liked it, and I'll watch anything that he does.
Yeah, there's some really great performances in this. If I had to come up with any criticisms, the only thing I can really think of is I feel like some of the sci-fi elements were a little bit, I felt like placeholders, like
Hmm.
a lot of the like spaceships and the way time travel works and blah blah. It feels a very like generic sci-fi. Like I
That's
think
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like the fake lightsaber was kind of cool, but other than that, it's like yeah, but like I feel like it's not one of those movies that wants to dive into lore and world building. They wanted
Mm,
to focus more on characters, and I can
yes.
respect that.
Yeah.
Now if there's
That
a
would have.
sequel, that's what I want them to improve on. I would say.
Yeah, for sure. That would have been the like for me. Even though it is a sci-fi film, technically, I
Yeah,
that wasn't what was the anchor for me being so gripped into the story. So that's a
yeah,
very good point.
and I think, but yeah, I think you're right. Like that wasn't supposed to be the anchor, so
Yeah.
it makes sense. It was just how do we get Ryan Reynolds talk to a younger version of self? Don't worry about the logic or the details or anything. Just we'll fill it in later. Uh, um, yeah, this movie was great. Short. Here's a fun fact: I only saw Night in the Museum for the first time about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Um,
Excuse me?
I
What?
watched I watched Free Guy, and then the next day I watched Night in the Museum, not knowing it was the same director. And
Ah,
then
interesting.
it was just a coincidence. I'm like, oh, no way. And then I watched the other two. I watched them like one night after another, three in a row.
They're so
And like
good.
Kate was just like, how have you not seen them? Like everybody loves those movies. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I
I know,
saw
I just
all of them
never
in the
got
cinema.
around. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm proud
yeah,
to
and
see
like
them.
he's just very quickly just like, oh, I've been sleeping on this guy. This guy is a amazing director, and I'm glad that studios have directors like him to turn to because there's a lot of people out there making studio films that are pretty not well done.
Yeah.
But this guy, bellissimo.